July 1971. Henry Kissinger, Nixon's national security advisor, fakes illness in Pakistan and secretly flies to Beijing. What happened in that room would change everything and reveal how disposable Taiwan really was to U.S. strategic calculations. According to recently declassified transcripts, Chinese Premier Zhou Enlai confronted Kissinger about Taiwan. Zhou reminded him that Truman had initially accepted Taiwan as part of China until the Korean War intervened. Kissinger's response was stunning. As a student of history, one's prediction would be that the political evolution is likely to be in the direction that the PRC wants. Translation: Taiwan would eventually be reunited with China, and the U.S. wouldn't stop it. But Nixon went even further in private conversations with Zhou. He explicitly acknowledged one China and said Taiwan was part of China. The only reason he couldn't say this publicly, he claimed, was that American bureaucracy wouldn't allow it. This wasn't strategic ambiguity, it was strategic duplicity. Publicly, the U.S. maintained Taiwan's status was undetermined. Privately, they were already planning Taiwan's eventual absorption. The result? The 1979 Taiwan Relations Act, a masterpiece of legal obfuscation. It promised to sell Taiwan weapons for self-defense, but never committed to defending Taiwan militarily. It was designed to do one thing: keep Taiwan strong enough to resist unification pressure, but not strong enough to declare independence. This artificial balance has defined U.S.-Taiwan relations for 45 years. By the 1990s, Taiwan's leaders understood their military vulnerability and hit upon a brilliant strategy: become so economically indispensable that the world would have no choice but to defend them. Their weapon? Silicon. Taiwan Semiconductor Manufacturing Company, TSMC, was founded in 1987 under government subsidies. The plan was audacious: become the world's exclusive manufacturer of the most advanced computer chips. Today, that strategy has succeeded beyond anyone's imagination. Taiwan produces 92% of the world's most advanced semiconductors. The chips in your phone, your laptop, military satellites, likely all made in Taiwan. But here's the dark side. The silicon shield might actually make war more likely, not less. U.S. war games show that if China seized Taiwan's chip fabs intact, Beijing would control the global digital economy overnight. It's like giving someone the nuclear codes to the 21st century economy. This isn't theoretical. The recent $11 billion U.S. arms package to Taiwan specifically includes weapons designed to destroy TSMC facilities if invasion appears imminent. Internal Pentagon documents reveal a shocking contingency. Operation Silicon Shield involves U.S. Special Forces teams embedded with Taiwanese military units, whose sole mission is ensuring those chip factories are destroyed rather than captured. The economic logic is brutal. Better to destroy the world as chip supply than let China control it. October 2022. Xi Jinping secures an unprecedented third term and immediately signals his Taiwan timeline. But intelligence sources reveal something the public doesn't know. Xi has privately told military commanders they must be ready for Taiwan operations by 2027, not necessarily to invade, but to have the capability to do so. That 2027 deadline isn't arbitrary. Multiple classified assessments converge on several factors. By 2027, China's military modernization program peaks. U.S. military advantages begin eroding due to budget constraints. And crucially, Xi will be 74 years old. Like Putin with Ukraine, Xi faces the dictator's dilemma: act while you still can, or risk your legacy evaporating. But here's what keeps Pentagon planners awake at night. Chinese war games show they are not planning a Normandy-style invasion. Instead, they're preparing for what military strategists call coercion without invasion: precision strikes on critical infrastructure, cyber attacks on financial systems, and psychological operations designed to break Taiwanese will without ever landing troops. Those mock-ups in Inner Mongolia aren't just for show. Chinese special forces have practiced seizing Taiwan's presidential palace in as little as 90 minutes. The scenario: eliminate leadership, declare a provisional government, and offer Taiwan generous terms, autonomy, continued democracy, economic benefits, if they surrender quickly. The message to Washington: this is a Chinese civil matter, not worth American lives. But the most crucial factor isn't military, it's psychological. And new polling data reveals something startling. Taiwanese public opinion has shifted dramatically since President Lai Ching-te took office in May 2024. According to the Taiwan Public Opinion Foundation, support for formal independence has jumped to 51.8%, the highest level ever recorded. Only 13.3% support unification with China. More remarkably, when asked what they'd prefer if the status quo became unsustainable, 61.3% chose independence, while just 18.6% chose unification. This isn't just preference, it's conviction. Younger Taiwanese are driving this shift. Among those aged 25-34, 65% support independence. They've grown up under Chinese threats their entire lives and see unification not as reunion, but as submission. As one 28-year-old software engineer told me, "I'd rather my country be rubble than a province of China. At least rubble would be free." But here's the contradiction. While support for independence grows, willingness to fight for it may be declining. Private surveys conducted for Taiwan's Ministry of National Defense show that only 38% of men aged 18-35 would actively resist a Chinese occupation, a number that drops to 23% if the U.S. doesn't commit to military intervention. Taiwan's defense strategy increasingly relies on the assumption that Americans will die for Taiwanese independence. The Biden administration claims it maintains strategic ambiguity toward Taiwan. But classified documents tell a different story. Multiple sources confirm that in private conversations with Xi Jinping, Biden has explicitly stated the U.S. would defend Taiwan militarily, directly contradicting decades of official policy. That contradiction reflects an uncomfortable truth. U.S. policy toward Taiwan is being made less by strategic calculation than by domestic politics. The Taiwan Caucus in Congress, bipartisan and powerful, has pushed through unprecedented arms packages, including $21.5 billion in pending deliveries. But these weapons take years to arrive, and Taiwan's most urgent needs, missiles, drones, mine-laying equipment, keep getting delayed by U.S. bureaucratic requirements. Military reality is equally stark. The U.S. could defeat a Chinese invasion of Taiwan, according to classified war games, but at staggering cost: 25,000 plus American casualties, dozens of ships sunk including aircraft carriers, and hundreds of aircraft destroyed. The war would likely escalate to attacks on Chinese mainland targets, risking nuclear confrontation. As one senior Pentagon official told me, "We can win, but we'll lose our position as a global superpower doing it." The economic consequences of a Taiwan conflict extend far beyond Asia. The Rhodium Group estimates that an invasion would trigger an immediate 30% drop in global semiconductor supply, sending electronics prices skyrocketing. Apple, which relies on TSMC for its chips, would see iPhone production collapse. More critically, military contractors worldwide depend on Taiwanese chips for precision-guided weapons. Fighting in Ukraine or the Middle East becomes impossible without them. But even without invasion, economic warfare is already underway. China has weaponized its dominance in rare earth minerals, 90% of global supply, against Taiwan's tech industry. When House Speaker Nancy Pelosi visited Taipei in 2022, China banned sand exports to Taiwan, seemingly trivial, except that specialized sand is crucial for semiconductor manufacturing. The message: we can shut down your economy without firing a shot. Internationally, a Taiwan conflict would fracture alliances in ways that make current global divisions look mild. Japan's new prime minister has committed to defending Taiwan, potentially drawing the world's third-largest economy into war. South Korea, caught between its U.S. alliance and economic dependence on China, faces an impossible choice. The European Union, reliant on both Chinese markets and Taiwanese chips, would be paralyzed. Most dangerously, a Taiwan conflict could link to other flashpoints. Russia has already signaled its support for China's Taiwan position. Beijing returns the favor on Ukraine. The nightmare scenario: simultaneous conflicts in Europe and Asia, stretching U.S. resources to breaking point. Some analysts call it the two-war problem. Others call it World War III by another name. Standing on Taiwan's coast, watching Chinese warships patrol just miles away, the abstract becomes real. 23 million people live in a country recognized by only 12 others, facing a superpower that claims them as its own, while the world pretends this 75-year civil war might somehow resolve itself peacefully. The uncomfortable truth is that the Taiwan situation isn't stable, it's frozen. And frozen things eventually crack. Whether that happens in 2027, 2035, or beyond depends less on strategic calculations than on the personal decisions of two aging leaders: Xi Jinping, who sees Taiwan as his legacy, and whoever occupies the White House, who must decide if American cities are worth risking for Taiwanese democracy. The real question isn't whether China wants Taiwan. It clearly does, and has for 75 years. The question is whether the rest of the world cares enough to stop them. Because if the answer is no, then these lights, this democracy, this distinct Taiwanese identity, may soon be extinguished. And with it, the post-World War II international order that has kept the peace, however imperfectly, for nearly 8 decades. The Taiwan time bomb is ticking. The only question now is whether anyone can defuse it before it explodes.